And today we're looking at a scenario where the Chicxulub Meteor doesn't the Earth. Now today we're gonna be looking at some things happening as always. And the first thing we are gonna be no the f- bro the first thing we are gonna be seeing is some American expansion. The f- uh the first thing we are the first expansion from a country we are seeing is the United States of Maine, as they are gonna be expanding into what is it called? Quebec or just Canada overall. We also see the Irish expanding a little, and they are mostly centering around the central lakes, because the central lakes they have they have a lot of water in them, so it's good for them to have them like or like wrap your colonies around them. We also see that the Spanish Portuguese are gonna be landing on the Sotho Peninsula thing, and they take all of this, and they also take a little land here around Chicago. I personally think it's pronounced Chicago, but some people pronounce it Chicago. Uh, Liability takes this land right here, and um, and the Saint Petersburg country is also gonna be taking a little bit of well, that's not a little bit, that's quite a lot actually. And we now see that here in Mexico, remember the Japanese have defeated the Irish. We see some pretty big expansion. The first is here in the around the Persian, what the hell? Around the Mexican Gulf. Some people call it the American Gulf. I don't, because I'm a European and not an American. And we also see a little bit of expansion right here, just expanding. They are now very close to the San Francisco area. We are now gonna be moving all the way here to the Step Union, as the Union is gonna be expanding a little. Well, not a little, I just say little. I don't know. I don't even know why I say little every time someone is expanding by a lot, and when I say someone is expanding by a little, they're expanding by a lot. Like what? Like I'm just so dumbass. We see that they take this land right here, and also they start going into the boreal biomes, as they take this land, and also take some land right here in the uh is this now Xinjiang? I don't Nah, Xinjiang is like here. I don't know. I don't know. We are now gonna be seeing a war take place, and it's gonna be here again in Turkey, Anatolia. And it's gonna be the Anatolians. They are gonna be expanding into this country right here. And do I have to say anything? Like, uh, I don't think I need to say anything really. And staying in Anatolia, we see that Turk this East Turkish, like uh I guess you call it a military dictatorship, and they are gonna be annexing or just invading here into Crete, and they are gonna be taking it all of Crete. And we start seeing that this country right here starts like trying to threaten the Greeks about the roads. We'll see how that goes. We are gonna now move to India as we see a little bit of expansion as the San Indian team is gonna be taking all of this, and the Maroon Indian team is gonna be taking all of all of this. Maroon India is obviously trying to cut off San India from expanding even more, but at this point, I think they have hit the Tibetan Mountains. If I pull up this, yeah, they are very close to the Tibetan Mountains. We are now gonna go here, where we see a war take place, and it's a pretty bad thing. As we see that the Greeks are gonna be actually invading into the Philippines, and I can, it's pretty bad to see, and it's because the Greeks they want the island of Borneo. They think it's like their territory. They claim all of the Borneo island, but they don't own all of it because of Philippines. We see that the Philippines are gonna be succeeding very, very much here because they are very, very like ed- they are very like skilled in this environment. It's their home, so they're just pushing the Greeks out and absolutely steamrolling through here. They got off this city and start sieging it, and yeah, the Greeks they pull out of the war. We see that the Filipinos they take all of this land right here, leaving Greece with now a pretty small corner right here. But do not worry, Greek nationalists. We see that the Greeks are gonna be expanding here in Australia, as they are gonna be taking all of this land right here. And we now also see that the French are gonna be now landing in Australia as they make a very small port right here, like port city right here. We are now moving here to Africa, and I know I haven't touched at Africa in a very, very long time. You know, there was not much happening. So this is like covering, this is not happening all in like 1 year. This is like maybe the 50 years I wasn't like focusing on Africa. We see that the line, whatever you wanna call it, Mozambique country is gonna be taking all of this land, and the blue country, like blue DRC country, yeah, it's pretty much like the DRC, I would say. It's also gonna be now making a little bit of expansion as they are now trying to just get to the sea, you know. If you remember correctly, in the very first episode, we have seen that the blue team has uh that the blue team they have split off from the red team because the blue team wanted to go to this other sea, which is like not be here, be here. We now see that Somalia is gonna be doing a little bit of expansion as they are gonna be taking all of this land. No, no, they do not take that much land. And they also take a little bit of land right here. We now see a new country forming. It's gonna be right here in the Zambia and Zimbabwe area, and it's gonna be this greenish country, and it's gonna actually look something like this, and they are gonna be expanding quite a little, and uh they are gonna be expanding because they just wanna expand. Funny. And we are now gonna be going here to America or the Americas, where we see dark Prussia, like dark green Prussia, and now expanding by quite a lot, as now only the Darren gap is between them and the Irish. The Irish. We are now going to see a war take place, and it's gonna be a pretty big war. It's gonna I have already hinted at this war happening, and it's gonna be between Greece and and uh and Grey Anatolia, and it's not gonna be a two-way war. No, 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 no. What do you think? It's gonna be a three-way war. But hey, Mappen, what is or who is the third contender in this war? Do I need to explain it for you? It's obviously Anatolia. We see that after some intimidation from the from this like team from this Western Anatolian team, they finally just send their armies into Rhodes. Obviously, pretty big mistake which just happened, and yeah. So we see a war now happening. Uh, Greece is gonna start this war by just going into roads and just making a naval landing now in the roads, as they're gonna take the wall island in like a few days. They also take this island right here and this city, I think that's Troya, because still in this island and in Troya, they are still very, very big Greek populations. But we do see that this team right here, they are gonna be succeeding in the Bosporus Strait, as they are gonna take it and also push a little outwards as they take all of this land. That that is when we see Lime Anatolia joining this war, and they are not on the side of Grey Anatolia or Greece. They're on their own side, and while they in war with Grey Anatolia, w- they still have Troya and you know Thrace. Hmm. And why don't we just invade them too? Now, Greece doesn't know about this yet. They know about the invasion right now, which is happening, but they do not know about the plans of Turkey and or Anatolia invading them. We see that this gray team is gonna be putting their whole army in here. Obviously, this gray team is very, very militarily strong, but like everyone else in the country is just starving, starving Marvins. So it's not really that like bad to you know just take the capital in a few days. We see that they start sieging the city of Anatolia, and they take this entire like, well, it's not a peninsula, but and they start just pushing into like this count right here, and everyone just fleets to roads as this is just erased from the map. And we now finally see that they start battling out with each other. First we see the Greeks taking place, Or first we see the Anatolians winning the war, and now we see that the what do you call 'em? That the Greeks are gonna be winning the war, and you know this goes, and then it goes into stalemate until we finally see that this island is taken uh by the Anatolians. They make a landing in Istanbul and take Thrace in a few days. They take the Bosporus Strait, and also they take out this. And we finally see that both of these countries are going to be surrendering. So we see that the Treaty of Baghdad, okay, this city right here, we see that this is all the shit that happens. You can pause it and see what's happening right now. That was really awkward. We are now gonna be going here to the Gambia, I guess, country, where we see that Gambia is gonna be expanding a little as they take all of this land right here. And we are now moving here to the British in Western Sahara. Morocco depends on from what country you are. They are now gonna be linking up with the Spanish. And we are now going to be seeing a little expansion from the yeah, I guess it's the lavender team, as we see that they are going to be expanding by the Nile as they take all of this land. Obviously, the line looks something like this. I could be wrong, but I'm perfect. I'm never wrong, you know. So they take all of this. So they take all of this land right here, actually. And I think I can now end the video. So if you liked it, like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys the next one. Bye.